Cesar!
Well, look who it is.
What's going on, Cesar? Why are you attacking the Harbins?
It's been a while, eh, Your Highness? Seriously, did no one ever tell you about barging into places uninvited?
What business is it of yours? 4 more years of training, and still you lack the discipline to stay out of others' affairs. I'd hoped you might have learned by now when your presence was neither valued nor wanted. Alas, you're the same thoughtless child as ever.
Yeah? And if I'm thoughtless, then what are you? Or have you forgotten all the stupid things I've seen you do? Prince Poutalot?
How terribly sophisticated you've become. Why?
Stop it! Both of you! Is this really the time or the place for your bickering? In case you've forgotten, we came here to try and talk Cesar around.
Talk me round? Am I to take this to mean you have turned your coats and sided with the Harbins? You will regret that. Justice will be done. And those who betray our realm will suffer the judgment of steel! Justice will be done. Mercy shall not stay my hand. Curse you!
Not enough yet, Cesar? Ready to put down your sword and talk like a...
Never! Now suffer the wrath of Tunisia!
Cesar, get a hold of yourself. Please, just listen to what we...
As Prince of Tunisia, I will strike you down!
Let's go!
Impossible. Father, forgive me. So here he is, the noble king, who stabbed my father in the back.
That will be quite enough for now, Prince Cesar. Are we to understand that your attack on Harbor was in answer to some wrong committed against your father, the honored king of Tunisia? Well?
Yes, Your Radiance, and I make no apology. The Harbins must pay for their crime. This man, their king, this faithless worm, murdered my father in cold blood.
You say that you believe I would?
I see that you mean to prolong this shameless charade. But I know the truth of your betrayal. 10 days ago, on the night of his death, I saw you, slithering from his chambers like the snake you are. So you see, when we found this beside his body, it came as no surprise. Tell me, do you deny it now? Do you deny that this is a feather from your magnificent crown?
But I did not. I would not kill your father. I swear it.
You dare lie so brazenly to my face! You who claim to be a leader of men!
Silence!
Oh,
Prince Cesar, if I understand you correctly, it was 10 days ago that your honored father met his unfortunate end?
Indeed. Exactly 10 days this evening.
If that is indeed the case, I can confirm that our friend the King of Harbor cannot possibly be the culprit.
What do you mean?
Why, that very evening, a feast was held to celebrate the founding of Harbor. The king here was kind enough to welcome me as a guest, and he did me the inestimable honor of remaining by my side throughout. I doubt that even the most cunning of murderers could have stolen away from me, traveled to Tunisia, committed such a crime, and returned unmissed. So, you see, the vengeance you crave is not to be found in Harbor. I suspect that rather than it having been the true King of Harbor you saw, it was another, one bent on seeing him take the blame for this most despicable of deeds.
You mean that I have been deceived? That his murderer was... Well, that makes me quite the fool. Quite the gullible fool, indeed. led a merry dance by my enemies and into all-out war, no less. I take full responsibility for my actions. Your Radiance, my life is forfeit.
Hold on a minute! Cesar, how exactly is you getting your stupid head cut off going to solve anything?
He's right. And besides, how can you bear to not find out? Don't you want to know who's really behind all this?
Hey, come with us. We'll find the real murderer together.
Your Radiance. Our young friends are correct. The prince must not be punished. What will it benefit us? It cannot bring back that which has been lost. Better that he live, that he seek out and apprehend his father's killer, that he help eliminate the source of that which led him down the path of war.
But sire...
Prince Cesar, let us seek out your father's killer together. There are those who clearly care about you deeply. Do this for them, if not for yourself.
My lord.
Not so big and scary now, are you?
Spare me, please. Must you shout about everything?
Eh?
Would it not behoove you to be a little more graceful in victory?
Oh, graceful in victory, eh? Maybe. But it might behoove you to stop trying to be so superior and celebrate. I know you want to.
You don't know the first thing about me, little boy. We grown-ups know that keeping a cool head is the true mark of manhood.
Stop. Ingenia's famous for its magical inventions, after all.
Indeed. Spellcraft runs in these people's veins. The Ingenian royal family have been powerful sorcerers for generations. Their reputation brought wizards here from all over the world, and the city has been a hive of enchanters ever since.
A whole city full of wizards, huh? That could spell trouble, if you know what I mean.
Don't worry, it's not like we came here looking for a fight or anything. Should be plain sailing. That is, unless our cool, calm, and collected friend here decides to try and do the talking for us.
You have nothing to fear on that front. If my father's killer is to be found here, I will raze this city to the ground. There will not be a single wizard left to worry us.
Mind your tongue, Cesar. If that was a joke, it was in poor taste. We're almost on the doorstep of the palace. What do you think an Ingenian soldier would do if he heard you?
Okay, what's going on?
Nothing good. Seems like Ingenian soldiers have excellent hearing.
Let us go! I order you to release us!
Straight through the city gates and into a prison cell, eh? Well, I suppose you can't always expect a warm welcome.
I know you want revenge and everything, Cesar, but do you have to go shouting about it on every street corner? Whatever happened to being a cool-headed grown-up, eh?
I'm trying to remain calm, believe me.
Huh?
Really? Your bickering's already got us locked up. Take the hint and shut it, will you?
Charge!
Looks like nobody's home.
I don't understand. They were supposed to be right here, weren't they? That's what you said, isn't it, Mina?
Yes. The guards are certainly telling me so, but...
Get back! What the heck?
You move very prettily, my prince.
Your Majesty.
You're saying that's her?
How impatient of you. Don't you know not to disturb a lady in her chambers? I had hoped to keep you under lock and key until I was quite ready for you.
Your hopes are no concern of mine. You will tell us of what crime we stand accused.
You think I don't know about your little scheme? You Junisian double dealers, plotting with your tiresome Harben friends, forging an alliance in the hope of reducing my beloved realm to ruins.
You're not serious.
Your Highness, there must be
Silence.
some kind of...
Honeyed words will not save you now. You may have stolen into my kingdom in the hope of taking my head, but I am not fool enough to offer it willingly. Tell me, this sinister figure whom you seek to unmask, Could it be that you suspected me, perhaps?
Do not bother to deny it, my lady. You proved your guilt when you flung us in your dungeon. And your snow-white face cannot hide the blackness of your heart.
Yeah, he's right. If you weren't the one behind all this, why did you lock us all up like that? And why were your guards all over us the
Will
moment
you two hold on for just 1 second? If you shut up, maybe the Queen will explain.
You want to know why I had you arrested? It was not for the reasons you seem to think. If you must know, the invasion, Tunisia's attack on Harbor, came as no surprise. I had known about it for days.
Do you mean that you can see into the future or something?
Not I, but a visitor from the Beastlands. He came seeking an audience. He foretold the attack. Some few days hence, the Tunisians will launch a surprise attack on Harbor. And then, soon after, a peace will be brokered. Needless to say, I dismissed his words as the lies of a fear-mongering charlatan at first. But then, reports began to reach us. Reports of just what he had predicted coming to pass. He left us with the dubious gift of one final prophecy. That Tunisia and Harbor, having made peace, would together seek the destruction of Ingenia.
That's ridiculous.
Now I see. When you heard that the Prince of Tunisia was here, and with a band of warriors in tow, you thought he'd come to take your head, right? Which is why you had us arrested.
Forgive me. If what you have told me is indeed the truth, it would seem that I have allowed myself to be led down a questionable path.
But then, who was this visitor from the Beastlands? And how could he possibly have known what was going to happen between Tunisia and Harbor?
What proof have we that anything Her Honored Majesty has said is true? Forgive me, but I cannot accept her innocence just yet.
I might say the same to you, my sweet.
Would anyone do that?
I don't know, or care. All that matters to me is that this so-called prophet may know who killed my father. Perhaps he even did it himself.
For the honor of Tunisia!
That's the Al-Khazami standard. The king's
Above you! Stand aside! Well, if it isn't, the King of Claw.
Watch out! You've got company!
What are the kings of Cadaver and Claw doing here? Alakazam seizes their realms and they decide to fight for them?
Bending the knee to their oppressors. The shame of it. And they have the gall to call themselves kings.
Kill humans! Long live Alakazam!
Kill humans! Long live Alcazar!
Finally, the king of Alakazam himself.
Defeat him, and victory will be ours. It's time to bring this battle to an...
Is that...
A Nightmare, but it's so big.
Hold fast.
Prince Cesar, forgive us!
Their bravery will not be forgotten.
We can't give up. We have to try. Come on, one last charge. It's our only hope.
Urgent orders from the King of Harbor. All forces are to withdraw immediately.
Looks like your heroic charge will have to wait.
Come on! Your Majesty, don't do this!
My dear Prince Cesar, in time you will learn that a king's most sacred duty is to protect his people.
The side can't be far off now. Just a little further.
Hey, Cesar, he's your ancestor, isn't he? Talk some sense into him.
I suppose I might be able to try.
Hear me, O noble forebear. I who bear the blood of your great and undying line.
Silence! Grave robbers! Despoilers! Tricksters! I will not hear your lies!
He didn't listen to a thing Cesar said.
Honestly, when will this war ever end?
When we end it. Come. Let's show them why they shouldn't surrender. Yeah! Men! Prepare for battle! It is time to bring an end to this war once and for all!
Report from the Eastern Front, sir. The Tunisians are being driven back.
Don't be driven back. These are formidable enemies indeed.
Reports are coming in. The Eastern Front is ours. The Tunisians have driven back the attackers.
Good old God. I knew he wouldn't let us down.
Excalibur! Let's go!
His Majesty is a formidable opponent. Pile on the pressure, and don't give him an inch!
The sword. The moment I took it in my hand, my heart was filled with hatred, and I was overcome by a thirst for destruction. And the next thing I remember is being here.
You blame the sword?
Oh, Jenny Mac! There's no doubt about it. 'Tis the Sword of Discord, so it is.
The Sword of Discord?
Donico, you know something of this weapon?
Do I know something of it, yes? There ain't a weapon in this world or any other Tornico Taloon don't know a thing or two about. 'Tis an accursed old blade, so it is. To make you strong as anything right enough, but you'll think of nothing but death and destruction till you get shot of it. Or so the legends say. And sure enough, it seems the legends aren't far wrong.
The sword was a gift. A seer visited my country and presented it to me as tribute.
A seer? You don't think... Could it be the same person who told the Queen of Ingenia what would happen?
Yes. I'd say that's a very real possibility. Your Majesty, who was this seer? Do you remember anything else about him?
Forgive me, but I have told you all I can. Beyond this, I know only that I have done an unforgivable wrong, and that I must answer for my crimes. Because of me, the King of Harbor is dead along with I know not how many others. By the laws of Alcazam, there can be but one punishment.
Not for you! You think death will absolve you? You will not escape so easily. No, you will live on. You will bear the weight of your responsibility. Just as I did when my life was spared.
What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Huh?
Leave no stone unturned. Yes, sir. Round up every soldier in the city and order them
Cesar,
to...
what's going on?
Every monster in our army has disappeared.
Huh?
They were present when the celebrations began, but...
It's not just the Tunisian army. The monsters of all 7 realms vanished overnight, and no one seems to know where they've gone.
News from the homeland, sire.
You're bleeding. Who did this to you? Tell me exactly what happened.
My liege, an enormous army of monsters made a surprise attack on Tunisia. The company guarding the pyramid fought bravely, but the odds were too great. The capital has fallen.
By the goddess.
Harbor! Harbor has fallen! The city has been overrun by monsters!
He's flagging! Almost time to put this cap back in the bag.
Never learn that pride comes before a fall.
And will you both never learn that chatter is for children? Save your breath for the fight. People of Accordia, we have driven out the darkness and taken back the city!
I can't believe the monsters have made it all the way in here. Makes you wonder how things are back in Tunisia.
needn't worry on that front. Tunisia is in Field Marshal Don's capable hands.
Then let's focus on the fight in front of us, shall we? Come on.
What a surprise to see you. By my reckoning, you and your companion should be long dead.
Huh! You obviously don't know who you're dealing with. And you'll find my friends here are no pushovers either.
That's right, Pops. You made a big mistake when you messed with us.
Oh? Then I shall be certain to correct my error. I do so detest loose ends.
Your Radiance! You're the supreme sovereign of the Seven Realms, the one who's supposed to keep the peace in our world. So why? Why would you do this?
Why, you ask? To keep the very peace you hold so dear, of course.
What, by invading Tunisia? You send monsters to kill my people, and you call that keeping the peace?
Blimey, there's spells flying about all over the place! Focus. If you let them distract you, they'll be on top of you before you know
it. My own flesh and blood. My only brother died a long time ago. Over 1,000 years, in fact.
1,000 years? What nonsense is this?
It can't be.
You lucky devils. It is rare indeed that I reveal my true face to mere humans. Few of your kind have ever done enough to earn the privilege. My name is Fractos. From this day forth, you may consider me the supreme sovereign of this world.
Fractos?
Wait, that's... Isn't he the one who started the war 1,000 years ago? Surely not.
What the heck's going on here? Why were you pretending to be the High King's twin brother?
Since I'm in such a good mood, I will grant you the explanation you so fervently desire. I borrowed this old fool's form with one thing in mind: to corrupt the purpose of your precious prophecy.
To what end?
By posing as your pathetic ruler's twin brother, I gained access to the highest office in the Seven Realms. Thus did I corrupt the Cup of Kings and convince him to destroy his own people.
Are you saying this is all you're doing?
Precisely. And it was all so easy. In his heart of hearts, your High King was an unusually fatalistic creature. I had but to coax out his true nature. He was a very willing pawn in my game, but one which has served its purpose. The Seven Realms have been plunged into chaos, and the Cup of Kings overflows with the darkness of men's hearts. All is as it was 1,000 years ago. I have only to use the power of the Cup of Kings to awaken my true strength, and I shall become a being more terrible than the very gods themselves!
Not if I have anything to do with it! Ah!
Now that looks familiar. It would seem that you and I are related, my dear. I would have hoped for a little more respect from my own blood.
Why would I ever respect you? You're a stain on my family's name, one that I'm going to erase. All of my training has been for this one purpose. And now, you will die!
Can it really be true? Has 1,000 years of monotony turned those of my bloodline into mewling moralists? Consider yourself disowned.
Desdemona!
You'll pay for that!
Oh, my dear little prince. When you grit your teeth like that, you look just like your father.
What?
Allow me to confess. It was I who gave the sword of discord to the king of Alcazar. It was I who told the prophecy to the queen of Ingenia. And yes, it was I who slipped into your father's chamber and thrust a knife in his back.
Cesar! Your very existence robbed me of a father. You will pay with your life.
Cesar! Not you too. Please, you've got to come back to your senses.
Wake up! Please! Wake up! They're awake! Look! Their eyes are open and everything! Praises be, you are not expired!
Though we shook and shouted you did not arouse. We have been most perturbed.
We're back.
I thought I'd never see you again!
Don't cry, Helix. We're not going anywhere.
So, what exactly happened to us back there? Fractos hit us with the lightning, and then...
Sorry, lad, but that's as much as any of us remembers. Woke up down here with no pinnacle of peace left up there.
Guess someone was looking out for us, huh? Got us out of there before the whole place came crumbling down. Don't know who, though. Your guess is as good as mine.
But there's one thing we do remember, right? Everyone?
The truth is, while we were unconscious, it seems we all had the same dream.
A dream?
It was about you. We dreamt that you were twins. Twins descended from High King Unos himself.
Your timing is as impeccable as ever.
It's easy to lose track of the bigger picture in such a huge space. Try to keep an eye on the enemy's movements.
You forget that you speak to a leader of men, not a fresh-faced cadet. I never thought I would be relieved to hear you crow. Shall we? To think we once played at saving the world. Look at us now. Battling evil incarnate and saving the world for real. We must not lose this fight.
That's it. It's all over.
No. Not quite. We have an announcement to make. The prophecy is fulfilled, and the Sovereign Twins are found.
Huh? Can we talk about this? Even if we are the twins from the prophecy, you can't just stick crowns on our heads.
You do realize we're still at school, don't you? I mean, we don't know the first thing about how to rule.
It was you who defeated Fractos. You who saved this world. I know of none more qualified than you to rule over it.
Don't worry, you're going to be just fine. And even if you do make a mess of it, we'll always be around to pick up the pieces.
Me too! I live to serve your radiances!
I don't know.
Where are the others? Can't see them anywhere.
Oh, yeah. Where have they run off to all of a sudden?
That's odd. We were here a minute ago.
I'll go and find them!
And I'll help!
Where are you going? You'll wish you had not angered me! Solar flare! Solar flare! enough. Ultimate power! This ends now.